Andrew, there are some really popular Bible passages that get thrown out a lot. We see them from athletes, Christians too. I mean, you might have a certain verse above the mantle that promises something in the Bible, and you're like, that's my life verse. I want to do a little fun exercise here where I preface something and you correct me and help me understand what the passage actually means. First one, Philippians 4:13. I like to recite that passage whenever I'm heading into a big game, and especially into overtime when I need to win the game or hit the final shot. Philippians 4:13, Andrew. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Guys, I'll put the eye black on with it, all of that. Can you tell me what I'm getting wrong? Am I getting anything right? Is that my verse for scoring touchdowns, or if we're in Ireland, maybe a try in rugby?
Very good. That was good. Good work.
Philippians 4:13, is that about winning at sports?
No. I would say the good thing in that is there is a recognition that the verse is declaring something wonderful about the capacity of God. He is able. That is true. That part of it is true. But again, context matters. And in that particular verse, just the previous verse, which, it's a sentence, it runs straight into the part we've just quoted. It talks about being kept going in abundance and in hunger. And, the context that's being spoken of is in a context where Paul is in prison and he's locked away and he's kept, and yet he's still talking about the furtherance of the gospel and its progress despite his captivity. So it's not about him running a touchdown. It's about him being completely incapacitated and limited, and yet the work of the Lord continues to march forward. So the context there is actually about my inability, and yet the Lord's sovereign power to ensure that his will be done.
Fantastic. So maybe if I'm approaching a context that I am playing sports, I could say, I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me, would mean I can share the gospel today boldly no matter what. I can put Christ on display, win or lose. It's actually less about winning on a field and more about bringing glory to God and being sustained in the gospel.
It's about God's will in this world being worked out and me being part and parcel to that. So it's about doing the things God has said he will do. Will God speak through us? Absolutely. So as you say, evangelism is part and parcel of that. Is it about being able to be salt and light and to model godliness before this world in a way that is different and yet has an effect upon it? Absolutely, because God has revealed that to be his will. So in those areas of life that he has declared he wants to see happen, he will do it, and we can have all confidence in it. We just don't know if that confidence presses over to you scoring a try in the rugby game.